The voice beneath the well, a horror story. The old well behind Grandma Abina's house had been sealed for over 60 years. No one was allowed near it. Not because it was deep, not because children might fall inside, but because it called people's names. Every elder in the village knew the story. Every child was warned. If you hear your name from the well, don't answer. Of course, no one believed it anymore. Until Daniel came home. Daniel was 24, a university graduate who laughed at old traditions. When his grandmother died, he returned to her abandoned house to prepare it for sale. The villagers begged him not to stay there alone. "It's only for 3 nights, Daniel smiled. "I'll survive." An old woman grabbed his wrist before he entered. "If something calls your name after sunset," she looked him directly in the eyes. "Pretend you didn't hear it." Daniel laughed. The first night was peaceful. Nothing happened, except at exactly 2:13 a.m., he woke up to soft whispering outside his bedroom. Daniel, he froze. Maybe it was the wind. Then it came again. Closer. Daniel, he checked the window. Nobody. Only darkness. He shrugged and went back to sleep. The second night, the whisper returned. Except this time, it sounded exactly like his grandmother. "My child, come outside." Daniel's heart raced. She had died only a week ago. He opened the curtain. The yard was empty. Then, he noticed footprints. Vet footprints, leading from the sealed well to his front door, but there had been no rain. The next morning, he asked a neighbor. The old man turned pale. "You heard your grandmother?" Daniel nodded. Without another word, the old man locked his door. That evening, Daniel decided to investigate. He grabbed a flashlight and walked toward the old well. The concrete cover looked untouched, but something was wrong. It was breathing very slowly. The heavy stone covering the well was rising and falling, as if something enormous underneath was asleep. Daniel stepped back. His flashlight flickered. 3 knocks. From inside the well, his phone suddenly rang. No caller ID. He answered. Static. Then, his own voice whispered, "Don't look inside." The call ended. Daniel laughed nervously. "I'm losing my mind." He placed his hand on the concrete lid. It was warm, almost like skin. That night, he dreamed of his grandmother. She wasn't smiling. She was crying. She kept repeating one sentence. "I never called you." Daniel woke up screaming, then heard, knock, 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 from beneath the floorboards. The third day, he searched through his grandmother's belongings. Inside an old wooden chest, he found a diary. The final page read, "It has learned every voice in the village. It copied my husband, then my daughter. If it ever copies me, run." Daniel looked toward the backyard. The well was uncovered. The concrete lid now leaned against a tree. No one had moved it. He knew he should leave. Instead, curiosity won. He walked closer. The smell hit him first. Rotting water, blood, something sweet, like flowers left too long in the sun. He shined a flashlight inside. Nothing, just darkness. Then, 2 eyes opened. Far below, too far down to belong to any human. Then another pair. Then another. Hundreds, all staring upward. A voice echoed. "Daniel," his mother's voice. "I am trapped." He stepped back. "No." Then, his younger sister cried, "Please help me." Tears filled his eyes. They sounded real. Every detail, every breath, every sob. Then, his own voice spoke from the darkness. "Jump." Daniel stumbled backward. The whispers became screams. Dozens, hundreds, thousands. Every person he had ever known. Calling him, begging him, threatening him, laughing. The ground suddenly shook. Long black fingers climbed over the edge of the well. Each finger was impossibly thin, jointed the wrong way. Then another hand appeared, then another, until dozens of hands gripped the stone, trying to pull something enormous upward. Daniel ran. The whispers followed him. Inside the house, into every room. Every mirror now reflected, not Daniel, but a soaked figure standing behind him, smiling. He locked every door, every window. The lights died. Silence. Then, a knock. From inside the bedroom closet, Daniel slowly backed away. The closet door opened by itself. Inside stood his grandmother. She smiled warmly. "My child, you remember the diary?" If it copies me, run. Instead, he asked one question. What's my favorite food? The smile disappeared. Its neck twisted, slowly. Too far. Bones cracked. Its face stretched wider than any human mouth. Rows of black teeth filled the smile. You were not supposed to ask. The creature lunged. Daniel smashed the window and escaped. He ran toward the village. Behind him, hundreds of footsteps followed. But whenever he looked back, no one was there. The villagers burned the old house before sunrise. Then they resealed the well with iron, chains, and blessed stones. No one spoke about Daniel again, because he was never found. Years later, a new family moved into the village. Their little daughter wandered into the backyard while playing. She stood beside the old sealed well, smiled, and answered softly, "Yes, my name is Emily." The villagers heard her talking, but there was no one there. Only a gentle voice rising from the darkness below, saying, "Come closer." And then, silence.